Hey guys, Goose here. I recently played in the Gizmos and Gadgets World Championship, made it to the finals, and placed 7th overall. Pretty happy with my run, and I wanted to share with you guys the most Highroll game I had of the entire tournament. It was game 5 of day number 2. Going into it, these were the scores. I'm sitting here at 15 points, and the cutoff to make day 3 is 18 right now. There's 2 games left to go, and with that said, let's hop on in and I'll just do a little commentary, kind of explain to you just my thought process throughout the game, things I'm doing, and just, you know, teach you a little bit about playing Sivert. So this ended up being a Sivert game. My strat going to the tournament was sword, bow, start. You take that because Sivert likes bow items, and sword can be made into Zeeks. And if you're looking to just improve, I'll probably toss out some just random little tips. You know, hop into a game, check the mutant, like 1-4. You kind of scout around, see what the augments people have, see what their openers are. That way you can see if you can win or lose streak. And always hold the Yordles. Is very quiet. There is absolutely no sound in this video. Oh, that's a Zeeks. So generally, offense items are offense augments are gonna give you the best bang for your buck. Things like cybernetic implants, back foot, makeshift if you need frontline. Things like striker augments are obviously fine. Scrap is really strong as well. Hyperroll is fine. Here, Cybernetic's probably the best one you can get. You have a Zeeks, which is one item for one unit, and then you have a Bow, which is a component for a different unit. But yeah, at this point, our spot isn't that great. Like, it just generally in the tournament, we're down 3 points. That's 3 placements you need over the other people, and then you have to hope the other people in the other lobby go plays below you. And I think it's, triple branch shop is very nice. It gave us a really good board here. Yordles are strong, and this way you can just level up, play your 3 Yordles, play brand to kill some units, and you know, you're being chilling. But I will say this was probably the hardest lobby I had of the entire tournament. Like basically everyone here are the people who ended up moving on to the final lobby. So you have how many people didn't? 3, and 1 barely didn't make it. So the fact that we needed to pick up our points here was a little spooky, wasn't it? So we keep Brand in the middle. We give him the Zeeks. We give Ziggs a bow. That way you can play around your future scrap. If you end up getting in Blitzcrank at 5, now we get a little more value. Oh, it's a Vex. So this already is a great start. Whenever you have Yordles early on, you're being chilling. If you can get some wins while running Yordles, even better. It also allows you to like push levels fairly aggressively. So nothing too crazy here. Front line in the front with the Vex, back line in the back. Getting Zeke's value on your whole team. This is sped up a little bit the way I'm watching it. It's 1.25x. For some reason, whenever you play back these Twitch videos, if you set it to 1x, it's like slow-mo. Like it's not actually 1x. It's like a little bit slower. So we will be watching 1.25. The Gnar is really big. Gnar is a great early game unit, and it can help you kill a lot. So we're on a 2-win streak here. That's going to be pretty good for our econ if we can keep it going. I don't actually remember if we did. But this board looks pretty darn good. Do you ever level here for Blitz, or do you just make 10? So I think I looked around. Some of the lobby looked pretty strong. I don't know if I leveled here. Yeah. It's, you know, if it's one of those situations where you can maybe win, maybe it's not the best idea to risk it, because you can make a guaranteed 10 here. It's like, you know, worst case scenario, you make 10. But like if you level and then you lose, it's kind of rough. Just look at the power of this Gnar. So your core items for Sivir are Zeke's and Last Whisper. Last Whisper is really the only item Sivir needs. A lot of your stats you get from your Striker synergy. You get a bunch of free AD. So all you really need is a Last Whisper, and then you just stack some Zeke's on Aurelia. You have 4 people and 100 HP. Oh, actually, no. One of those people took Tiny Titans. So we took a glove here, and we have a bow already. You don't really want to take Cloak. You can go for like QSS or Runons, but it's not like, you know, you don't want to get too many cloaks. But you can use Infinite Gloves. So I think here you probably just put the glove on Gnar for cybernetic value. And this way you can get scrap item with the Blitzcrank as well. Just, you know, squeeze the most value you can. So with this Gnar, we actually might... Oh, that guy went 6. Oh, this person, they went 6. Ziggs rolled RFC, good item. Our front line split here, so Vex isn't getting hit up. Look at this Vex value, absolutely beautiful. Tanking so much. Ziggs hitting 3 units, Gnar getting insane value. It's a position diff, isn't it? I think early on, and like really later on in the game, it's important to not like clump your front line too much. Because if you have like these Blitz, if you have Blitz and Vex next to each other, they both get hit by Morg AoE. They both get hit by MF AoE. But if you split them up a little bit, you can avoid some of that. And here we're just making 20. Early game, it's really important to make econ. If you can hit these intervals like 20, then next turn you can hit 30, next turn you can hit 40, next turn you can hit 50. But if you miss any of these intervals, then it's going to impact you just going down the line, and you're going to lose so much money. But at the same time, it may not be worth to just like sell everything, because if your HP hits 0, you were dead. So here we're playing the Vex over the Poppy. It's debatable which board's stronger, but I'm a big fan of the Vex. The brand's still doing work. I mean, we're sitting in a good spot here. We're the only person in the lobby who is at 100 HP. This was like I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is the game. This is the one where, you know, we bring it back. It's a decent opener, and then this gold orb. The icing on the cake. The Tome at Krugs. When the cards are what's the expression? When the cards are down, that's not it. I don't know. I mean, oh, I messed up here. Yeah, could have made a little more econ there. I don't know what the expression is, but it's like, you know, when you're down, that's gonna turn it around. So the way Tome works is you get it tailored based on how many synergies you have. So if you look, we have 7 traits active. That means we're going to get 1 tailored option. We're going to get just, you know, one of the synergies on our board. So I like to not use it here. The breakdowns are 6, 8, 10. So at 6, you get 1 tailored option. At 8 synergies, that's like total, active and inactive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So at 8, you get 2. And at 10, you get 3. And I think at 12, you get like 4. All 4 tailored. And if you're below that, they're just all random. So this is a game we need to win. We're in a strong spot, so I'm just going to greet it and not use it yet. Right now, if you look at Swain, you can get Hextech, you can get Arcanist. If you look at Ziggs, you can get Arcanist, Scrap. Scrap is good. Arcanist is not. Brand, again, Deboner, Arcanist. A lot of these you don't want. So basically with Tome, if you, like, generally you just want to use it when you have it, right? But if you're in a position where you can greed, you want to use it when you have like your board that you want actually like on the board. So we just kind of people sit. Our board is like good enough. That is illusion too, though, with the Razor Blade static shift. That's going to be hard to deal with. I will point out the Swain positioning here. I think Swain is an like amazing unit, and he's just learning to utilize Swain properly. I think got me like a lot of placements in these tourneys. It got me a lot of wins that you normally wouldn't get. Having Swain on the side where he can tank and do damage and heal back up is immensely powerful. So most of these aren't super impactful for Sivir. Socialite's in not a great spot. Luden's isn't amazingly useful. So we're just gonna take another Tome. This way we can hit the Mamma Mia, the spicy meatball comp. You know, you get the strikers, you get the scrap units, and you have 6 and 6, and you're Bing chilling. So I'm counting the trades. It's like, okay, we have 8. That's gonna give me 2 tailored augments or tomes. When did I end up using them? It's worth noting that you have to have them in for 1 turn. Also, you need to be careful with putting Blitzcrank and Swain next to each other, because if you have them too close, then Swain is always going to ult the unit that Blitzcrank pulls. So you may not always want that, because a lot of the time I see people put like Blitzcrank behind and Swain's in the front, and then Swain ends up ulting backwards. Oh, you see how the emotes popping up on the screen. But you don't want to grief your Swain ulties. So I'm holding the, am I holding Rek'Sai here? I'm definitely holding the Braum. Braum is usually a unit you want in the board. Rek'Sai, you know, take it or leave it. It's not the worst. So we're second pick here. That's huge. We take a sword. Okay, sword is good. We have a belt on the Swain. That's another Zeke's. When do we use this Tome? So again, you have to have the units on the board for 1 round for like the traits to kick in for your Tome. Did I use them here? Or do we wait a little longer? Oh, Sivir Aurelia? Oh, we're Bing chilling. So now we can sell just all these units on the board that we don't really want. We got rid of 2 Arcanists here, so that's lower chance that you'll hit those with your Tomes. Seeks goes on Aurelia. She uses the stats very well. And I think we pop it after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 synergies. We have 2 tailored tomes. Sure, you can hit the Ziggs, but like 50-50, that's going to give you scrap. You can hit the Vex, but you know, it is what it is. Gnar is always good. Sivir, ideally 1 striker there. I think we pop him here. Boom. Bodyguard is fine as well, but scrap is definitely the one that's going to give you the highest cap. Do we pop the other one? I think we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still a wow. So this one I like to take striker, because if you have a striker emblem, you can get 6 striker. I probably wouldn't take 2. All you really need is 1 striker spat. Like basically, you can comfortably fit 5 striker and 5 scrap in this comp. So having like 1 of each spat is like best case scenario. Because the rest of the units, you know, they're fine. They're good. It's easy to fit 5 and 5. It's just like that 6-1 is a little tricky. Because if you're running scrap, you don't want to run Ezreal and Ziggs. And from this point out, this cap is an insanely high cap. This comp. So I probably want to. So I think here you want to like get the Last Whisper on Sivir. You want to change the Ziggs out. Maybe put Striker Spat on Jinx eventually, but for now, you can just toss it wherever you want. So the reason this comp is so good, and Striker Spat specifically, is because 1, it gives you 6 Striker, right? But 2, Jinx has insane AD ratios. Once she ults, her rockets do like 200% of her AD or something. It's actually a little more than that. Basically, it's just a ton of damage. So I'm just gonna toss all this garbage on Vex. Give her a scrap spat, give her a chain, and she can hold that. And here we just play for first. We don't roll. Our board is stable enough when we try to go 8 and find our board then. You want a high cap. And these, like, even though we have Sivir pair, you're Bing chilling. You only need Sivir 1 in this comp. Sivir 2, Sivir 1, no diff. If you have Last Whisper and you have Sivir 1, you are Bing chilling. Fast 8, fast 9. HP's looking good. don't think I level here. There's really not that much to play. We can just people sit. Just scouting around. Looking for threats. Braum up front. Okay, not bad. Oh, we're against Goobums here. Hook the Sivir. Or not the Sivir, the Seraphine. This game was like a pretty pivotal game for me in the tourney. Because like not only did I get a good placement, but some of the people above me placed fairly low. Ooh, Kench. So like it can be beneficial. I mean, I don't know how hard you want to sweat, but like denying people units that they want is good. So like if you look around, there's 3 Ahri players. One has Ahri2, the other 2 do not. So I'm holding these Ahris. Making sure to keep my front line fairly like split up. And this is a 4-5. Sivir, nice try. So, I mean, if we're gonna be running scrap, you can just take components. But things like bows, things like swords, gloves, fine. Even the Jinx would have been okay. Ideally here, it's probably bow. You can also take sword. Glove it is. I think if you're looking for BIS Sivir, it's like a lot of switch for Runon's RFC, but there's a lot of items that can work. So here we have a lot of pairs I decided to roll. It's like a lot of pairs. Oh, there's a Jinx, and that's going to be 6 scrap for us. Toss the Braum up front. Okay, not bad, not bad. Scrap spat first, so you get the scrap shield. Boom. Striker spat the Jinx afterwards. You're being chilling. Chain the Echo for the Frozen Heart potential. And then you just people sit. Braum in the front, Blitzcrank in the front. You have your front line, you have your items, you're good to go. Honestly, you can probably sit with these pairs. Like, you can probably sit and just like win fights. But at the same time, you have this many pairs, you just roll all scrap crest every time. This way you can just get rid of Ezreal, get in 6 striker. You cut the Braum here so you can actually play 6 striker. It's definitely worth it. And then with this many pairs, I just decide to roll. Gnar, Irelia, Sivir, and the Echo all paired up. I'm thinking, oh man, are we stable? Are we being chilling? Can we stop? And you probably could, but at the same time, it's not bad to hit your units if you have this many pairs. I think if you hit 1 though, you probably just stop. Okay, not bad. Goes the Jinx. This fight was super close. Six striker, 6 scrap. This cap, this comp has such a high cap. And then at 9 you can add the Braum or the bodyguard. So you scout around, you look for threats. You see how many Sivers are gone. Rage Blade's pretty good on Sivir. Just the attack speed in general is really nice. And there's a Sivir. Alright, it's a fast 9. Yeah, Zeke should go on you put on Irelia and then you want to Zeke's your Sivir and your Jinx because those are your biggest damage units. I put the glove on the Gnar and like if you're playing scrap, It's pretty good to consider like the potential items you can get from scrap. So if you have a Blitzcrank, you can give him like belt or cloak to maybe get like a Zephyr. You can also put those items on belt on Ziggs or Ezreal is super good because you can't get any of the tank items. So things like Sunfire, Warmogs, Redemption. You actually, I don't know if you can get Redemption, but if you put belt on Ezreal or Ziggs, you get Zeeks, you get Trapclaw, you get Zephyr. You get anything else? I don't know. I guess you can get Morello, but overall, all those are pretty good, and you can try to like Zephyr cheese a Blitz. So here I put Chain on Echo. That's gonna be Frozen Heart or Shroud. So you try to position like for those, right? You can also like try to position for a potential Locket, which is what I'm doing with the Rek'Sai and the Echo here. Gnar could maybe get a Shroud, and that's kind of what I'm playing around by putting him there. Irelia, obviously, Zeke's Trapclaw, and that's what you give her a belt, right? She can roll tank items, but you know, you try to just hope you get the Zeke's and Trapclaw. And for Jinx, I didn't want to give her anything because at this point, like if you're stable, you don't need to slam like Rod or something on Jinx. Like it's not bad, but at the same time, you can go for a higher cap. So it's like, you know, you get items of Carousel, you get items of Dragon, and if you're stable, you can greed. It's like one of those situations like when do you build, like when do you greed and when you build like suboptimally? And then that's like, are you playing for placement or are you strong enough to sit? Here we are strong enough to sit. So this little corner Blitzcrank spot's super beneficial because you can hook this corner right here. So if anyone has their carry in the little cubby, you can hook them there. So that's a pretty good spot for Blitzcrank. See, in this game, Goobums went 8th. He was like 7 points ahead of me going into this, maybe 6. But him going 8th here was super helpful to getting me into a better spot. And it's also a little unfortunate that he went 8th because, you know, you do want NA to do well. And this is going to play into, this is going to matter going into game number 6. Because that one, ooh, the scores after this game were tight. This was like the closest turn you've had in a while, and everything had to line up correctly. So what did we go for here? Rageblade and B tier are both fine. The issue with the Rageblade is your Sivir already has a Rageblade, so you don't really want to because then you hit the cap too high. Your attack speed is capped at 5. If you give Sivir 2 Rageblades, that's not ideal. I took a BT because there's another Sivir player in the lobby. It's going to matter in that matchup. And because there's like, there's a lot of AP, there's Victor, so you're going to get value. It's not amazing because, you know, you are running 6 scraps. You have a big shield, but I want to just like fully itemize my Sivir here. But if you want to go Rageblade for Jinx here, I think that's also fine. Oh, we rolled the Frozen Heart. Huge. But yeah, like against that Sivir or against that Jinx, I think the BT is going to be pretty decent. Oh, Sari, Puggle. Frozen Heart Echo, cringe. So I'm kind of just looking at this guy because he's really the strongest one in the lobby. Frozen Heart Echo, triple like offensive item Sivir. It's kind of spooky. Trying to play her in the Shroud, Frozen Heart. Echo is on the back line, but we should get onto it pretty quick. It's also another reason to have Blitzcrank near Sivir. If someone does manage to drop Frozen Heart Echo onto your backline, oh, the concussive blows. If someone does manage to drop a Frozen Heart Echo onto your backline, but your Blitzcrank hooks into like a squishy unit, you can kill the squishy unit and then turn onto the Frozen Heart Echo. As opposed to having Blitzcrank as opposed to positioning like this to where Blitzcrank is far away. This way, if we get stuck like on a Braum 2 that we can't kill, and there's a Frozen Heart on us, you're just never gonna get through the back line. But if you can hook that squishy in, kill, and then turn, you have a higher chance of winning the fight. And again, Jarvan is like, ideally you always want Jarvan near Sivir, right? Because you want it to hit Sivir with the attack speed. So here I wanted to move the scrap spat, I think. You ever just put on Jarvan for like AP item? It's not bad. Because if you roll like a death cap, you just get like a big shield, right? Just like, just little efficiencies, little optimizations. In a game like TFT, it actually matters a lot. Oh, that is a scary Jinx. Sivir sidestepping the Galley ulti. Jinx ulting into your whole team, though. With the Edge of Night, it's not going to be enough damage. It's just a little too much to get through. Too much scrap shield in it. And here we're just trying to close it out. We're in a good spot. Health is good. We've hit the cap. We've got 6 strikers. We've got 6 scrap. We just gotta just don't get out positioned. Playing around the Zephyr here with that little swap. Sivir in the middle is actually really good against Zeri. That Zyra though. It's also really good against Tryndamere. But I mean, no one's playing Tryndamere here, but he kind of spins to the corners usually. And if you have a unit like either right in front or just generally in the center, you'll probably be able to avoid it. Just watching this Frozen Heart echo. Really the only thing we need to avoid here. Alright, we got Frozen Hearted, but you see how fast we can kill this Jarvan, and then we can just instantly turn onto this Echo. And that way the Frozen Heart's just gone, whereas he was still stuck on it. I'll go. So we still have items to fill for Jinx. What do we take? Static? Edge of Night? Yeah, either one's really good. Static helps your Jinx ult faster, but the Edge of Night is really the premier Jinx item. If you have a unit that jumps into the enemy team, something that drops aggro is very helpful. How do you even play Jace here? I don't think you do. I mean, you can I guess play Jace or Braum. Also, with this comp, your highest cap is never 6 striker. It's never 6 or it's never 4. You always drop Jarvan and Rek'Sai and like maybe even Gnar. So ideally you drop Rek'Sai and either Gnar or Jarvan for Silco 2, Jace 2. And that's like always going to be your highest cap. And a lot of the time you can also fit in innovators, but probably not this game. So that's going to be a wrap. Our board has a super high cap. 6 scrap is one of the highest caps in the game. We got the 2 tomes. We made it happen, and we got the points we needed. And this is gonna be the points from here on out. Here, let me show you guys this way. No, this was the points before, and this is afterwards. After this game, we got ourselves to 23 points to the top 8. Again, top 8 move on to day number 3. Gumo's actually dropped down to 22, and we're tied for this spot with Woozle, who is in the other lobby. A lot of the people in the top 8 are in this lobby. Liu Li, Liluo, Altenihu, Dudu. Actually, I don't think Dudu's in this lobby. I don't remember, but Kwang Luan is also here. 3 China reps, 1 NA rep in the top 8. And again, going to game number 6, this was super close. We have 1 more game. I need a top 4 placement. And I need to outplace Woozle. I can't really place too much lower than Goobums. Simp was also like in a strong position to qualify in the other lobby. This guy, it's very tight going to game number 6, and that video will be up soon as well. Look out for that one. That was really the spiciest probably game. This was the highest. This was my most high roll game of the tourney. The next one was like the spiciest, the most, you know, the close one, the one where everyone's hopes and dreams are in the line of making it to the finals. The you know, the NA barely in there trying to get a spot. China is looking very strong going into it, and there's gonna be some spicy things that happen in the next one. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.
Can you say Ooga Booga GV8 gang?